Hey guys, how you doing? This is Osamo here. Hey, just want to share this article here with you. It says uh, your car is spying on you, and Congress isn't sure what to do about it. And here's another article here. It says, what is it? Oh, it is. It says, "Yep." Sorry. It says, "Yep, your car is definitely spying on you," and Ford Exec reminds us. And then there's another article here. It says basically the government is spying upon us through computers, phones, cars, buses, streetlights, airports, and streets, and mobile phones, scanners, and drones, and smart meters, and so forth. And I had speaking about cars now, back to the subject on the car situation. I had a good friend of mine that had a problem with his ignition in his car, and he had a 98 Mercedes E-Class series, and he had one of these electronic key things, which looks kind of like this kind of thing here, kind of like the thing with the little thing. It's not a metal key, but electronic key kind of thing. So what happened was that he would try to control the key, and sometimes it'll lock, it won't lock, and then finally got to a point where he would put his key in his ignition, and sometimes it would just lock up when start or whatever, and then it started up. So finally, he took it to his repair shop, his mechanic that he knows, and the mechanic said it could be that either the key needs a battery or it could be the ignition. So nothing. He acted like it was nothing big. It shouldn't take that long. To make a long story short, it had ended up being about 2.5 weeks for this whole thing to be resolved. And so he's asking his mechanic, so what's the deal? Why is it taking so long? Usually when this thing's happened is about, I'll get my car about a week, but this was 2.5 weeks. And what his mechanic said is that we've been having a hard time getting the part for the car, getting the ignition part of and the key part as well. And what happened was he said that the government's holding it all up. And he said something, then he went further and he said that the keys had a ignition or something that was connected to the NASA. And this gets kind of weird. Was connected to NASA, and so then NASA had to get back to Mercedes, and the Mercedes to the government, and all this stuff. And then he had to end up getting, he had to sign off all these paperwork through the actual Mercedes dealership and stuff like that, saying it's his car, and all this stuff. So my thought was like, what does NASA have to do with Mercedes? So I went across this article here. It says that your car is spying on you. Congress isn't sure what to do about it. And basically they're saying is that they are spying on you, and all this stuff. It's in this article here, and there's another one here where it talks about is that car makers of Ford is spying on you in the cars, and one way is through GPS, and obviously through GPS on phones, they know exactly where you are, so that's how they can find out. That's how you find out your navigation and all that. So that's kind of obvious in that. This other article here talks about about the cars, buses, streetlights, and all that. It says that they basically spy on you through surveillance. That's one way. The other way is through like little mics or electronic components that'll turn on or whatever. They have a microphone like this part here. It says there's this remote on your camera and the mic when your phone is off. So I don't know. Just to let you know what's going on, and like I said, my friend had a 98 Mercedes E-Class series, and he had a headache along with 30 other people, I believe, that couldn't even get their cars because they couldn't even. They had, just a key issue. It was an ignition issue, and they had to go through all this government and then NASA through that, which doesn't make sense, but I guess NASA's connected with it or something like that. Maybe it's through a satellite. I don't know. So this is a reality. So just let you know, you're being spied on through your cars, and the scary part about this is that they can shut your car down too. Because I know all the new cars now, it has GPS built in already on that, and there's navigation and all this stuff on it. And I know the '98 cars, they don't have built-in navigations, but they do have this key thing here, which is electronic. So everything is electronic on that. I know the older models have a metal key which you can start up and everything, but it's kind of scary. So the government knows exactly where you are and who you are, what the car is, and who owns that car, and all this stuff. So to me, it seems like privacy is being taken away. So it's a reality. I don't think it's just a conspiracy thing anymore. So like I said, I just brought this up because I had a friend who went through the same situation regarding this. So just beware. Just letting you know what's going on. It's kind of freaky. So cars spying on you, and Congress isn't sure to know what to do about that. It's interesting. So God bless you guys. Bye.